الله الله سلطان الله. يا ربي أنت السلطان نحن عبيد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والشكر لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. دستور مدد يا سيدي، مدد يا رجال الله، مدد سلطان الأولياء سيدنا الشيخ محمد نازم الحقاني. دستور مدد، مدد يا صاحب الإمداد، مدد الحق. كتب تصرف مولانا الشيخ الشام. دستور مدد. Praise be to our Lord Almighty that favor us to be in this holy night of Jumu'ah, gathering in this place. And in a strange time, that servant have always to be aware of zaman. He has to be aware of the time in which he is living. The time of our parents was different from our time. The time of our grandparents, completely different. And if you go back to Bejaya and you ask the time of great-grandparents, it's like you came, when you are going around today, like maybe you came into a new galaxy. So much difference between eras. And how with time, it goes faster, this difference. I remember I was young, there was no TV. I'm not that old, but where I was living, there was no TV. And when I was young, there was no telephone. Only one telephone in the whole neighborhood with Mr. He was Mikilowski, Polish. Because he was working for United Nations and his house was a telephone. So when there was a problem, you have to go to knock the door. We may use the phone because there is emergency at home. I remember Maulana Sheikh Nazim, he was saying, when the radio came on live, he was young. He remembered that time. Today, if you are saying to the young one, if you are saying to the young one radio, they say what radio is like dinosaurs. Now we are what you are not aware. We are with AI and augmented reality. Soon they are going to put into your brain, they are going to put the chip there directly, so no need even to have anything in your hands. But every era comes with this challenge. It's dynamic. You cannot be today a believer like in the time of your grandparents. When Imam Abu Hanifa and Imam Malik these two great scholars from our major school of thought in fiqh, they were contemporary, living together in the same time, and as traditional scholars, they had they make debate. And doing these debates, they were, because both of them came with mazhab, a school of thought, because knowledge that came, why the necessity of school of thought? Because Islam came like an ocean in the time of Prophet ﷺ. It came like an ocean that is, it was an infinite Niagara Falls coming, running from the heart of Prophet ﷺ, from his knowledge, from what he was outpouring, to a generation that also they were unusual servants. When you are speaking about Sahaba al-Kiram radiallahu anhu arda, they were not like others. Some were listening to Holy Quran from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they will keep it and memorize it. Without the need to make efforts. Sayyidina Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu, he memorized the hadith. Sayyidina Ali karamallahu wajha, he memorized Quran like Sayyidina Osman ibn Affan. And this memorizing the Quran in the time that it was not yet classified. It was not yet organized. And then the knowledge was so much that to make it easy for us, because from there Prophet ﷺ opened a bahar, an ocean, running of knowledge, running of realities. We, on our time, we have a little tap from time to time, drop will come. This is our level. How you are going to take a huge amount of knowledge and give it to us, that we can take a little drop from it, you need to narrow it down. You need to organize it. You need to synthesize it, to make it simple. So that's why the mazhab came, the school of fiqh, especially for the technicality and the jurisprudence, because so many ways Prophet ﷺ showed. So they debate between Imam Malik and Imam Abu Hanifa about the superiority of their school. And what Imam Malik said, he said, I made that school, the essence of it, I took it from Medina Munawwara, where Prophet ﷺ lived, where his companion lived, where all the system is literally what they gave. So the school I wrote is better. Imam Abu Hanifa said, no, I am from Baghdad. I live in Baghdad. And living in Baghdad, we have knowledge that is coming from Orient, Far East, Hindu knowledge, Buddhism. We have Zoroastrians. We are facing the Romans on the other sides. We have the Orthodox. We are at the crossroad of so many ideology, and we have to deal with them. So I made that school of thought to be in a way to give to the people that will follow Islam on that school the ability to deal with all this diversity. Because Islam, that's what Imam Abu Hanifa was saying, Islam, what is going to be around the world is not Islam like it was by the time of Prophet ﷺ. So you need to make a protocol for that huge diversity to address it. And what Imam Malik said, you're right. These are true scholars debating and acknowledging when the other one is right without hesitation. Not only he say you are right, he say let it be witness that his position is right and indeed it is more important. That's why when there was an old Sahaba, he was questioned. Describe us Islam that you live by the time of Prophet ﷺ. It was the Tabi'in that they never met Prophet ﷺ, the next generation. They said that Islam is gone. There is nothing left from that Islam, only the Salat. And even that is different also. Yawm al-Jadid, Rizqun Jadid. Allah Azza wa Jal made every day to come with a new page. And our era come with the challenges. Now you see the parents nowadays. What is their worry for their children? It's not the same worry that our parents had. Now you are worried that your children are going to be hypnotized by telephone, mobile and TV. You are worried that your children, they are going to be taught that everyone is free for gender. Maybe today you feel like I am he, tomorrow I am she, next day I am it, the day after I am nobody, the day after I am everybody. This worried for every parent here. No? I know people from this country, they took their stuff and they moved to other countries because they have children. They say, we don't know. Everywhere we turn, this debate is going on and it's mixing up the mind of our children. In old days, I remember I was young in the city. If there was one crime, the whole city is mourning. We never heard about that. And all the time, it was a foreigner coming from, what you call this, the hood. Coming from wild land. You know the Wild West? In old days in America, they used to call it Wild West. Means in the East they were civilized because it was Philadelphia, the capital. But in the West was the land where the pioneer there went. So no civilization there. It was jungle. So it was like that. When I was young, one crime, the whole city is upside down. Everyone doesn't sleep anymore. What is happening? What is this strange thing that we are seeing? Today, Allahu Akbar. You don't even read the news when there is a crime. You need to have, maybe they kill 100 people or 1,000 people or 40,000 people. That's news. One person, that is. And Allah says, if you have taken the life of one human innocently in the eyes of your Lord, like you have taken the life of the whole humanity. But if you have saved a life, you have saved saved a life like you have saved the whole humanity. So time changed. That's why it is highly important for the servant to know the time that he is living into and what is the challenge of this time. Today we are living in Akhir Zaman. That's how they describe it. Head is like foot. Foot is like head. Truth is called falsehood. Falsehood is called truth. The corrupted one are praised. The pious one are dismissed like backward. Every day, time is going faster and corruption is increasing by 10, day by day. So it was every day we are wondering and questioning how it is going to be tomorrow. Things that you were thinking normal, now it is abnormal. Things that you were thinking abnormal, now it is normal. Everything is a challenge. So, servant has to understand in the time that he is living, because the time that he is living is not going to make his worshipping, his iman, to be manifested in the same easy ways. Orana Sheikh Nazim, he said, when human being, Allah bless his soul, and honor his secret, when human being makes sin, every sin, spontaneously darkness is created. Not only in him, but there is a cloud of darkness around him. Say, as Prophet ﷺ said, when you look at something that is forbidden, there is a spot of darkness in your heart. Whatever you touch that has darkness, as soon as you touch it, you look at it, you taste it, or you act upon something that is wrong, there is a spot of darkness that appears in the heart until the heart becomes veiled from the light. Maulana Sheikh Nazim, he said this also has it emanates darkness around. And from those sins, shayateen are multiplied. When human being makes sins, darkness increase around and shayateen multiply. He says so. He say if Allah is a sattar, He is veiling human being from each another from seeing the unseen, He is covering up what other cannot see by a wisdom and by a rahmah. He said, if Allah was going to unveil to you what is from the unseen, many will lose their mind. You will not be able to function in this world. Look at awliya. Some of them, they had unveiling. It became impossible for them to function like normal people, to the point that some will become majdub. They lose their mind. Not like a crazy one, but another type. From the hal, from the state, from their vision. They didn't see same like you. What are you going to see if you were able to see shayateen? They live shayateen. Just you say to people, you want to see jinns, everyone is afraid. No? Ask, say, just you mention the word jinn at home, people start saying what you are speaking about. They're everywhere, jinns. They are all around us. And don't believe that they are all wrongdoers. No. Many good ones, many believers among them. More believers among the jinn than among human beings. They are all kind of sizes, very small one, huge one, gigantic one. But their primary nature is less evil than human being. Because the evilness of human being is by the size of his greatness. More great he is, when he switch to darkness, he become the worst. That's why it is said that shaitan now is, Sa'idu Billah, relaxing. He's saying, why I no need to work. I have billions working for me now. And they say that shaitan is learning tricks and from human being. Sa'idu Billah. So, if we were going to see what we cannot see, we are going to be into terror, frightening. So Allah Azza wa Jal is covering up. Maulana Sheikh Nazim, he was saying, if you could see the level of darkness that is covering up the earth, it's rivers. The whole sky, if they will unveil to you, is full of darkness. You think that Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam is coming just because of what we are doing? The level of corruption is so huge. The level of corruption is so huge. It is huge in the east, in the west. It is huge with non-Muslim and with Muslim as well. The necessity, why Allah Azza wa Jal is going to send him. Prophet ﷺ said, you are going to find that the earth is going to be full with corruption, and Muslim land are going to be full with corruption. Muslim land are going to be governed with jababirat, with tyrants. And he described our time, how the corruption is going to be. That people, you are going to see Muslim, they are not even giving salam to each another. Every day, all of us, we witness that. You meet a Muslim in the street, we turn the head on the other side. Say, Assalamu alaikum. You look Muslim. Because this salam is a divine blessing. When two Muslims are exchanging salam, it's not an earthly scenario. It's a heavenly scenario. It is witnessed in heaven. The angels are witnessing that two believers came together and they are exchanging greetings that was given to them from heaven. That greeting is not just a wording. It comes with a tajalli. When you greet each other in salam, Allah Azza wa Jal dress you with light and with peacefulness from outside and inside. But we are thinking, no, not interesting to give to each another. I don't know this one, but this one, if I am going, you see, Muslim, they are not giving salam to each another. But if, what is his name? If Lionel Messi was going to come, Allahu Akbar, they will all run to go to him and to salute him, to greet him, to ask for autograph or to ask for selfie. No? I am wrong. This is our way today. Your Muslim brothers is reality worth 1 trillion of time Messi. Because he says, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And that mention, if only we value it properly, those that are saying La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But, we became Ahlul Dunya. This is Prophet saying that Muslims are going to be under the foot of the last of this world. And the companions were astonished. They say, Ya Rasulallah, we are not going to be great in numbers? He say, yes. You are going to be great in numbers, but corruption will enter. Corruption will enter to the point that Allah will take out the fear of you, O Muslim, from the heart of your enemies. That's what we are not seeing today. Who is fearing Muslims? They are slaughtering Palestinians day after days. Anyone afraid? Bismillah. Anyone afraid? This leader speaking, this leader speaking, this leader speaking. All the leaders coming together and making a big gathering, making big declaration, going to United Nations, screaming. They are increasing the killings by day by day. Caring about someone? You believe if Sultan Abdul Hamid was there, something will happen like that? One time, there was in London, there was a theater play. In London, in the theater play, they are playing and they have a small dog on the theater play. And they call that dog Muhammad. Hasha. Just to mock the Muslim. It came to the ear of Sultan Abdul Hamid. He sent through the ambassador a message to the Queen of England. He said, if I am hearing that this is happening again, I will come and take my breakfast in the court of your palace. They withdrew it. But after too much corruption, too much hyena running after running after the power of Muslim, they took him down. To the last moment he was fighting. And who they brought after? A big shaitan. Allah safeguard us. So this time is a specific time. Be aware of the reality of this time. It is not a friendly time. It is a time of survival. Every day, the iman is at lost. Allah Azza wa Jal is swearing, wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr. By the time human is at lost. And in our time, it's much more stronger than before. Every time your iman is on challenge. The iman of your family and your children. They are passing the way of unbelievers, entering more and more and more and more. We are following them in everything we do. In the hadith you find that the companions were so worried not to follow because Prophet ﷺ said, don't become kafir after you become Muslim. They say, how this can be? When you are going to leave the way of Islam and you follow non-Muslim in their way, it is like becoming kafir. So they used to worry, even in their dressing. They will make sure they don't dress the same way as the non-Muslim, as the Jewish of Medina at that time. They say, no, don't take the same kind of fabric. Don't make the same kind of cut. Even in their appearance, not to follow them. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us to be aware of this time and its danger, to make us to be on survival mode. And we are praying that Allah Azza wa Jal grant us from the divine rescue to be seeing arrival of Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam, that as Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam promised, he will fill up the earth with justice as it was filled up with injustice before. For the honor and sake of Prophet Afdalu Salatu Wassalam, ila hadratina bil Fatiha. أشهد أن لا إله